Hello YouTube, this is Housecat with a K. Yeah, I'm new to this internet video thing, and I thought, since I'm a massive gamer, my first game would be Judge Dredd. A game for the Super Nintendo released around the same time as the Judge Dredd movie starring Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I really want to imitate the I am the law quote here, but my voice work isn't that great. Anyway, this is my first Let's Play, so in the comments, please slap down any and all constructive criticism you can think of. I am doing the commentary after the fact, so if it doesn't quite sync up to what's going on the screen, that's because I'm reacting to what I've recorded. Personally, I find that this game isn't as hard as people think. Yeah, it's hard, and you will see me get at least 1 or 2 game overs, and the first boss from the first mission, you know, kicking my ass. That being said, the game is generous. It gives you lots of ammo for secondary weapons, lots of secondary weapons for you to figure out and use to your advantage, and unlike many other platforming games or side-scrolling shooters, instead of dumping you back at the start of the mission whenever you were to fail or lose a life, it will actually let you jump back up from the spot, something you'll see later on. I do like the feel of the Judge Dredd movies. I like the ambience, the aesthetic of them, the sort of Blade Runner-ish future, but then again, being a massive Blade Runner and Dark City fan, you'd expect that. The major plot points in this game are basically the same as the movie with a few alterations, such as Judge Dredd not being arrested, at least as far as I've played. I haven't played this game since I was a kid, and this is my first shot in a while, so expect to see a little bit of me flailing around like a fool. There may be a few clumsy cuts and edits. Again, that's just inexperience. I'm using this Let's Play as a chance to figure things out, figure out Windows Movie Maker, and basically just get used to recording games and voice. Yeah, so let's get into the first level. The briefing screen you just saw, I just gotta mention this, there is the guy with his head in his hand looks so goddamn bored. Anyway, the controls are your basic set of run, jump, crouch, crawl, move around, shoot at angles, what you'd expect of a basic competent shooter. Being a movie licensed game, this isn't anything too outstanding, nothing too creative. I apologise if I'm making this sound a bit like a review, I'm just, you know. Now, these are the ammo storage crates that are the things I destroyed with the ammo storage crates that you were mentioned in the briefing. Basically, the judge's computer dictates that, okay, if they don't have ammo, they can't make block wars. They can't make war, which seems a little stupid. You'll also see a lot of me firing from ladders because it's just an effective way to avoid taking damage. I can shoot from a ladder and not take any retribution. These first couple of missions do have respawning loads of grenades. They are completely, they respawn whenever you run out of grenade ammunition because the grenade ammunition is essential to destroy the ammo stockpiles. You can abuse this for a few extra grenades against the last boss, and it is probably better to run out of grenades before the last boss of this mission. Right here is one of those clumsy cuts. These terminals give you just a listing of stats to date, lives left, health left, a rough idea of your score, which isn't actually presented at the top of the screen. Also lists the amounts of perps arrested and sentenced. Nice euphemism. Shots fired and accuracy, which, yeah, considering my shooting from ladders, I'm not surprised it's pretty shitty right now. The game itself isn't too hard, like I've said. Basically, you've just got to remember what your objectives are, and the terminals can list your objectives if you press the right button on accessing them. You'll see me swing across the wall because of those vents. Obvious first level teaching that, hey, wait, these things are dangerous, use the grates. The sort of pickups you saw that guy drop were a credit bag, which is for points, and a ricochet shot, I believe it is. I haven't used it because it has to go past the enemy to be of any good, because then you can slap them in the back with it. You can possibly aim it down at an angle and bounce it up into enemies, but on the first level it's just not that hard. Here you'll see me waste a grenade and screw myself over. Shotgun to the back and I still haven't fallen off that ladder. That's awesome. Judge Dredd is the man. Yeah, 2000 AD Comics was a British group who created the character. They do great work and Judge Dredd is still going strong. Not a legacy character, he is still the same guy after 40 fucking years. I probably will have to bleep that out. But yeah, 40 years and he's still going strong. He's hitting 60 and he's a clone. Wonderful. Okay, two new pickups there. The giant love heart was a health pickup. It refills the green bar at the top of the screen, which is a rough representation of Judge Dredd's health. The judge shield was a life. You can see the mount up in the top left there, right beside the giant judge unit badge. One enemy in every level will be trailing fire as he walks around and basically have 3 or 4 times the health expected of an enemy of that type. Yeah, here's me flailing around like a noob again. Anyway, those enemies are infested by Judge Death, a character from the 2000 AD comics. Not having read the comics recently, I'm a little out of touch with the character, but basically he's from an alternate reality where the ultimate crime was believed to be life itself. Only the living commit crimes, therefore all living are guilty. Everyone was killed. There's a midpoint in each stage where your health will be refilled and you'll get a little rundown in your statistics against the classy Judge Dredd badge. That doesn't look fascist at all, does it? I'm not doing too well, as you can see, but you know, considering it's the first time playing it in more than a handful of years, it's actually pretty good. I need a drink. I'm getting used to a new microphone as well in this, so if there are any big rushes of air, forgive me. I'll do my best to re-record and edit them out, but not being too good at the software and this being my first recording session, it might be a little off still. I will probably have to record all this dialogue because it's just all over the place. I might leave it in and just have that be my style. Here I am looking around for another way to access those C1 containers. You've seen me move them around before, push them around, break them open for items. They're just a basic ammo chest, you know, open them up, get a little goodie. Yeah, I'm out of grenades here. You can see my weapon selected. Oh, I'm not out of grenades. Well, I've run out pretty soon from here. You can see my ammo selection, the selection of secondary weapon / ammo type in the top rough middle of the screen between my score and my lives. Yes, you can push the C1 boxes and break them open with kick or shots. I prefer kicking, that's why I've just flailed around here like a loser to try and get to a position where I can jump on there. Small hearts, again, same deal as the big ones, just less health. It's really not a creative game, it's very derivative of other shooters, except for the fact that it's actually competent, which is a bit of a surprise for a movie licensed game. Ah yes, here I've run out of grenades because I flailed one away earlier. Or at least I don't have enough to take out all those boxes. Again, they respawn on this level as well. The next few levels, they don't, because they're not needed for an essential objective. We'll get around to that love heart soon enough. The enemies have different health ratings and amount of shots they can take and how much damage they do to Dredd. It's all very basic, I don't know, I have to keep repeating myself on this. Those big glass doors there to the right guard off the level boss and will open once the primary mission objective is complete. You can see me just get hit there by one of the vents. Up in the top left of the screen there was also a grenade pickup which I'm going back to grab now. God, I suck. It's really awkward just watching yourself game and having to comment on it because you know what you were thinking, and then, I mean at the time you know what you were thinking, but then you've got to go back and reiterate your thoughts. Now, I only figured this out after I actually beat the boss, but since that pickup is eternally respawning, I could technically just waste a grenade and get 3. But I didn't, so if you end up going to play this after watching my poor showing, go ahead and have fun with it, and just remember that little hint. I'll try and pick up more exploits as I go along. Since it's an old Snes game, there's probably a few of them. Talking for 10 minutes straight, I need a fucking drink, but I'm not going to pause right now. Yeah, the levels are very linear. Why did I say that? The levels aren't very linear at all. There's a lot of backtracking, at least in the way I've been playing this level. Also, just see me cycle through the weapons there. I'm not too sure of the button bindings, I'm just going off instinct, so expect me to get better the more I play. Basically, there's a button for shoot, there's a button for kick, there's a button to arrest perpetrators, which you saw me do a lot in the previous mission. There's a button to shoot a gun, there's a button to change what sub-weapon, type of ammo you're using, because Judge Dredd uses only one gun with many modes. Something pulled up from the cartoon. And here we've come across our first level boss. It's an orange guy with a shield and sword. Sorry, shield and gun. It looks like a sword. It looks like a sword. Anyway, he throws Molotov cocktails, which I find impossible to dodge, and also shoots a laser from the middle of his shield. The laser only comes into play if there's nothing between you and him. You can jump the laser very easily. Your best option is just to keep shooting him and dodging his laser. Try not to get hit by too many Molotovs, that requires running back and forth, and Judge Dredd cannot shoot and run at the same time. In fact, he cannot attack in any way and continue moving. You have to release the movement key and then press the button for attack. It is an option to just take skips back every time he tosses a Molotov, and I'll test that theory out, but you know, he's not too hard to beat. Just hammer at him a bit, use any grenades you've got left, because no more ammo crates to kill. There's a little love heart, another credit bag, and we're going to head out of the level now. I thought there was an enemy there, but there's not. Bombs are another weapon, the B weapons are another weapon, and here's another one of the Judge deaths. They will hammer you, and you can hammer them in return. I mean, these guys were taking one kick and an arrest in the previous mission. Alright, and that's the level over. Thanks for watching, thanks for sitting around and through my really amateurish commentary, and if you have any constructive criticism or just want to call me a fag, leave a message in the comments. Though, of course, if you do call me a fag, I'm liable to block you. Thanks, and see you again later.